Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to do a ultimate beginner's guide for the Equinox 800 and 600 series detectors. So this is going to be a video. I'll try and keep it short. There is a fair bit to go through, but yeah, I'll do what I can and hopefully it helps you out. So yeah, without going on too much, let's get into it. Your control panel, quite simple, and then we come down the shaft and then we come down to the end here. So I've got this compacted up at the moment, but this is where you'll be attaching your coil to. So here we have the standard 11-inch coil that comes with the Equinox 800. It's a skid plate that'll actually already be on it, just a lightweight plastic plate, which sort of corresponds. You clip that on there, that'll already be clipped on. I've just had this off from a beach hunt recently, so it was sand all in here, and if I flip that coil over, when you're doing hunts in the water, you'll find that all of these fill up as well. So bit of maintenance, you just sort of pop that skid plate off. I see a lot of people having the coils on incorrectly. So Minelab to the right hand side and at the back, the EQX 11 at the front, and if you look, there's a tiny little arrow here, so that part of your shaft will go through here and then bolted through. When you're going to plug it in, hopefully you can see that at the end of the plug, just notice up the top here there's a little notch. Don't force these in because you will break the pins. Locate that notch, gently guide it in, and then these are threaded, so it'll just screw on. And just go hand tight, don't get carried away with it. Okay, so we're going to look at the back of the control box, and I'll show you how the charging connector goes on. It's magnetic, and we'll show you that locating pin as well. Okay, I've got that flipped upside down. My fingers are too thick to show you, but if you look right at the tip there, that top side, you'll see a little plastic channel guide. That's that locator for that notch in the plug. So spin it to get that connected, press in, and then screw it on. This is where you charge, and you'll get one of these USB charger, which you can see here. See the magnets each side and the 4 little gold plated lugs to connect to that for the charger. And being magnetic, it simply just pops on. That's it. Pop it off, pop it on, and there you can see that's quite firm. And yeah, that's it. Pretty simple. This is your speaker on the back side, and if you undo that, you can plug your headphones directly in. I've got the wireless, of course. That's what that jack is for. So I'd be concerned about this area or the speaker. It's fully sealed. I'll just tighten that back up. Okay, so we'll flip round. I'll hook a coil up and show you some basic features. Okay guys, so we've got the detector, we've got the power button up here, which is also a factory reset button. So we turn that on and the machine will boot up. Okay, so that's up. So you're pressing and holding that at any time is going to factory reset. There's around about 5 to 8 seconds and FP will come up on the screen. So let's do that. go, FP. So I'm just going to turn that backlight on, so just down below the power is a backlight. We'll just turn that on to, we might go full bore. Right, so just because we're outside and near a lot of metal, the plus and minus in this detect screen is your sensitivity, so I'm just going to drop that to 15. Okay, on the other side up here we've got your pairing for wireless headphones or Bluetooth headphones. So to pair, you press and hold that down and it'll begin pairing, and as long as you've got your headphones fully charged and turned on, that should only take around about sort of 5 to 10 seconds to pair. Then obviously all your volume will come through your headphones. So just press it on and you see it here. I'll just zoom in a little bit. See that blinking because it's looking for them. And we'll just turn that off. And down below is the user profile, which I'll actually show you later on when I do a few scenarios with the coil all attached and everything. So when we drop down, you can see your modes. This is your mode switch right here, or mode button. So Park 1, Park 2, Field 1, Field 2, Beach 1, Beach 2, and the Equinox 800 has your Gold 1 and Gold 2. The 600 does not have the gold. Next to that is obviously your plus and minuses, but it also makes all your adjustment settings when you're in the settings. So the gear wheel is your settings, and if you look down the bottom, first one will be noise cancel, ground balance. The next one across is our volume adjust. It's pretty obvious, it's sort of down and up. If you have the Equinox 800, that would have come with the wireless headphones, so you can set that around 20-21 and then adjust the volume on your actual headphones once they're paired in. Then we go to threshold level. We'll leave that for now, and that'll go into the next video for the more advanced settings. Target ID, we have 1, 2 tones, 5 tones or 50. I suggest you stick with 5. 50 is just pretty chaotic, and you've got to try and learn to listen to 50 different tones. It's pretty hard to do. Accept reject, I'll show you this one when I do those little samples. And our next one along is recovery speed. So that is 1 up to 8, and you want to be sitting around 4 to 5 is pretty good. Horseshoe button is all metal. Push it again and you're back to whatever discrimination settings you've got. Pinpoint, all your bars will come up to the center, and then your find will be under the sweet spot of the coil. I'll show you this one in the field as well. Let's get rid of that. And your next one is your frequencies. So the Equinox 800 has got 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 40, and of course multi. The Equinox 600 does not have the 20 and 40. And that's pretty much the basics of it. So I'll get it set up with a couple of coins and just show you those other different settings we talked about. Okay, I've got it powered on. We're in Park 1. So first thing I want to show you is the noise cancel, how to do that in real time. So lift the coil off the ground, probably about 8 inches off there, and hit the accept reject. You can see that's working. Okay, and then if we just hit the pinpoint, we'll go back to detecting mode. So We just want to find an area of ground that's clear for doing a ground balance. So it's pretty clear there. You see nothing's coming up. So if we hit the all metal, you must be an all metal for this to work properly. And then we hit the cog wheel again for settings, go to ground balance. This time you're going to press and hold the accept reject button here and pump the coil up and down. Till you get it balanced out. So that's about 88. So that's ground balanced and noise cancelled. The next thing along I wanted to show you was how we can discriminate. So down on the ground here I have a New Zealand silver half crown and an old copper New Zealand 10-cent piece or 1 shilling. And I'll just show you how they read. So you can see the silver pretty constant 13 there. Okay, so we'll just push the wheel, we'll go through to target tone, accept reject. So if you go plus, you take that all the way up to 13 and take that out, go back, you can see 13 is now missing. See, I'm not picking up on that whatsoever because I've rejected it out. Now if I add that back in, go back, we'll get it. Now the only thing I would say there is you want to be careful of is if you reject items out or segments out, especially around those ranges, there's a chance that you're going to miss good targets. Plus other obviously coins. So at this stage I would say you just hunt and dig everything until you get used to your machine. The other thing I wanted to show for you just briefly is your custom mode. So what we're going to do is we're in Park 1, we'll go to Park 2 and accept reject. So we're gonna make this a coin hunting mode. So I'm not going to take out everything, but everything from 19 down I'll take out. So we just pretend that's all gone, and then everything from say 27 up we'll get rid of. So just pretend they're all gone. So now our coins that we're hunting now, is if they're all gone and that's all gone, we're just hunting that mode. So that should pick up on that silver. Nice and easy. So to save that, if I was wanting to hunt just for coins only and save like a cherry picking mode as I call it, or a coin hunting mode, on the user button on the side here you'll see the little man come up. Just try and get that screen clear for you. You see blinking and then solid. Once he's solid, that mode is saved. So now I can go back through here and go to Park 1 and I'll pick up everything. And then if I feel like doing a bit of cherry picking, just hit it once, the little man comes up, he's solid, and I'll just be finding coins. So that takes care of that. I'll just reset this later so I'm not too bothered. So I'll go back to Park 1 again. Now the other one that we do and I wanted to show is your recovery speed. So if I turn that right down to 1, I'm just going to kick this other coin away. See, I'm sort of swinging past the coil, is sort of going past the coin before it picks up. If I crank that right up to say 6 or 7, 6, it should pick it up a lot faster. And it's right under the coil, as you can see. So I'd suggest you hunt around the sort of 5 mark roughly. While we're on that, if you press and hold that, you see a little line come up. This is the FE update that came in. I generally hunt 4 or 5, so that's a good speed. As always, low and slow is the best way to go. The higher your recovery speed, the less depth you'll get with your coils. So a few technical issues here. And yeah, the FE was brought in and sort of gets rid of those corroding bottle caps and things. I've tried it, it's okay, but you need to be hunting an all metal for that to happen, and I don't really do that too much. So the next thing is your pinpointing. Just wanted to show you that. Okay, so you can see we've got the coin set up down there. So come away from it, hit the pinpoint button. As we get closer, you'll see the bars come up. So when they fall like that, that is right on the target. And drag away, you can see it's right on the tip of the coil. The other way to do it is pinpoint again and push away from it, and it's on the heel of the coil. You can see there. There's obviously steel in the concrete here, but you get the idea. Right guys, a couple of things I just wanted to touch on before I go. So with the factory reset, and that obviously that's going to reset everything, so your custom mode that you've saved will be gone, and any of your settings and the you know, say Park 1 or Park 2 settings will be gone. There is another way you can do this without having to do a full factory reset, and you can actually do a mode reset. So with the mode button, say you've got some settings on, I don't know, Park 2 that you're not happy with, hit that mode button twice to go to Park 2. And what you want to do is, if you want to factory reset just Park 2 and everything stays, including your custom mode that you've saved for, you know, coin hunting or cherry picking, all you do is you press and hold the mode button. It takes around about 5 seconds, and you'll hear confirmation beep, and SP will come up instead of the FP like the factory reset. It'll be SP, and that'll reset that Park 2 back to the factory settings, and therefore you can keep saving you know, your custom mode and all your other settings without having to panic too much. And another thing, just as a battery saver tip, when you've paired your headphones in for the first time, that will save. So every time you turn that machine on, it'll be looking to pair. So if you've forgot your headphones, as I've done, and left them at home, or you actually just want to use the speaker out of the control box, just remember to turn that off, and keep an eye on your backlight. The backlight's got 3 settings, and on the lowest setting you can actually hardly tell it's on, but look for the symbol because between those two, if they're left on, they're going to drain your battery a lot faster. I think it's about 5% just for the backload alone if that's left on, so just keep an eye on it. Other than that, please comment in this video if there's any other help you need, and in the future I will be doing a advanced settings guide, which is, you know, getting a little bit more in depth into the machine. Okay, thanks guys, hope this video helps, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.